Hello, and welcome to my new video. In 3D! No, it's not. But you look so real!
You ready? Big news. What? Whoa, seriously? No pigs yet. What? What was he doing? Wow. Bring him on. Beautiful.
Leafs win 3-1 against the Montreal Canadiens. And the Leafs, playing their last 5 games against the top 5 teams in the Eastern Conference, win 3. And after 2 less than thrilling losses against Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, this one was big. And, should I say it again? Yeah, sure, why not? The Leafs pull off a win in the most important game of the season. Most important game of the season this week, if that makes sense. And the Leafs come out strong in this one, not wanting to get scored on for like, you know, the half a dozen straight time. Outshooting the Canadiens 11-4 in the first period. And who scores first? The Leafs. Who scored it? Well, he was in a pretty epic rut, but Phil the Thrill Kessel getting his 11th goal of the season. Was it a pretty goal? No. But when it crosses that red goal line, they're all pretty to me. And the Leafs finally score first. And the Leafs not wanting to let up about 3 minutes later. Remember what I said about Frederick Schustrom last video? He's a defensive guy, but try him in an offensive situation. At least the guy tries. Charges at the net like a locomotive, dishes the pass to Thomas Caberlet, who shoots. No, really, he did. If you missed the game, go check out the highlights. He shot it. That puck goes in the net, and Thomas Caberlet has his first goal of the season. And the weird thing is, the Leafs get off to a 2-0 lead against the Montreal Canadiens, but I'm not sure either of those goals were the highlight of the period. It was a fight involving Jaro Spacek and Clark MacArthur. Okay, I'm just gonna analyze all the signs here. I'm pretty sure you're about to pull out a sword, so should I leave? No, because you didn't need a sword. Also, last time I did that, I scratched my laptop. And Spacek got MacArthur mad. And off the top of my head, I can't think of a fight either of those guys have ever been involved in, but MacArthur drops Spacek. And unfortunately for the Habs, once all the dust clears, Jaro Spacek gets up and he's holding his hand awfully gingerly. He would leave the game and not return. What was a more exciting fight? MacArthur versus Spacek or GSP versus Koscheck? So the Leafs escaped the first period with a 2-0 lead off 2 hard-working goals. And no disrespect to Alex Auld, but I think Carey Price would have had those. Next period, however, the shots almost completely flip-flopped, the Habs outshooting the Leafs 10-3. And Jaguar standing tall through most of the second until Mike Camilleri comes in and he scores to cut the lead to 1. Camilleri making up for a blown breakaway attempt in the first period where he missed the net. So the Leafs enter the third period with a 2-1 lead. And based on what this team was said to be at the beginning of the season, this should be the position they want to be in. Not getting down and having to try to stage these epic comebacks, but rather score early, fall back a bit because your defense and goalies are supposed to be strong, and if the opportunity presents itself, try to capitalize on a mistake and get insurance. And even though the Leafs could have sat back, they didn't. Leafs getting their fair share of chances on Montreal in the third. In fact, they actually outshot them 10-9. And Montreal kept pressing all third long. But just like GSP, JSG was standing tall. JS Jaguar, who hasn't exactly had the best of luck for the Leafs lately, shutting it down in the third. Christopher Stee gets the puck, takes it up ice, empty netter, that's the dagger. Leafs win 3-1. So the Leafs exit this game the third last place team in the NHL. But they've won 3 of their last 5 against the top 5 teams in the Eastern Conference, which means they've won 3 of 5 since Colby Armstrong came back. And this was only Dion Phaneuf's second game back. So strictly based on the last 5 games, what is your assessment of this team? My assessment, this is a team that has to play with heart. And the second these guys get down on themselves, the other team smells blood. Sidney Crosby and the Penguins smelled blood, and they capitalized. Play with heart, and you can stage a comeback against the Bruins, you can stage an epic comeback against the Capitals, and you can defeat the Canadiens in regulation. And last but not least, the Leafs were the first ever NHL team to win in 3D. So I want to know, did you get to see any parts of the game in 3D? Because I was in Real Sports during the game and they had a 3D TV set up. And I checked it out and I don't know, man, that's pretty darn cool. I admit, you kind of got to get used to it, but it added a whole different dynamic to what I was watching. So that's it for this one. Add me to leafspace.com, Facebook, and Twitter, and I'll see you next time. Wait, dude, what about the thing? What the? Oh, right. SteveDangle.com. I have a brand spanking new website and it's ready for you to see. SteveDangle.com. It's basically a one-stop shop of all the stuff I do. So Leafs videos, the World Junior and Olympic stuff, blogs, pictures, the radio show, and we're still gonna add more. So check it out. Let me know what you think of it. I hope you like it. SteveDangle.com. Hey, you can spell your name. Good for you.